Sanders was, of course, the big winner in New Hampshire. But guess what? Hillary Clinton got as many delegates as Sanders did because she had so many super delegates. Those are the Congress members, the senators, the governor, all supporting her, all automatically delegates to the convention. Today, MoveOn.org is protesting that system. Earlier, I spoke with Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid of Nevada and asked him why that is Democratic, small d, ahead of his state's caucus next week. There are a lot of concerns among people about the role of the superdelegates. Here you've got Hillary Clinton getting clobbered in New Hampshire, a 22-point landslide by Bernie Sanders, and yet they divided the delegates 15 to 15 because she had so many superdelegates, so many members of Congress and the senators and the governor, of course. Is that a fair process?
Well, the process was totally unfair before 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I looked at this and I thought, how in the world could we have the future of this country be dependent on Iowa, which is 93% white, and we have New Hampshire, which is 97% white, no diversity in Iowa, and have the final decision made as who's going to be the President of the United States based on those two states. It was wrong. We now have Nevada and South Carolina before we get into the rest of the country as to who's chosen where. This is better. It's so much better than it was before. So think what it would be if this campaign didn't go to Nevada and South Carolina. So it was just determined by what happened in Iowa. She won. And you've just indicated that even though he won the election by a big margin in New Hampshire, the delegates came out even. It was not a good system. It's getting better.
Robbie Mook was the Clinton campaign manager in Nevada, the state director, and now he is her campaign manager. And on election night in New Hampshire, in conceding defeat, he seemed to downplay the importance of Nevada and South Carolina, saying that the first four states represent only 4% of the delegates needed to secure the nomination, that the March 1st to 15th primaries and caucuses are really going to be the important factors. It's more than 1,800 delegates. Is he already conceding that she may not do that well in Nevada?
I like Robbie Mook. I talk to him on occasion. I think Tad Devine, who's leading the charge for Bernie, they're both extremely good. And I don't know what they're trying to do to make expectations down, up. You know, it's hard to keep track of all that. All I know is on February 20th, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Nevada time, we will know who won Nevada.
You know Bill Clinton really well, and it's been noticed that he has not been an effective surrogate for her in New Hampshire and in Iowa, as some had expected. What do you think is wrong with the sort of the messaging of Bill Clinton in this campaign?
Well, I think we would all have to take and pause to think that Bill Clinton doesn't know how to communicate. He's a person who did and knows how to feel our pain. And so don't, by any stretch of the imagination, count out Bill Clinton. He is one of the best communicators a president has ever been. He'll be involved in the campaign. And Bernie's got a lot of people of stature involved in his campaign. I repeat, as I've said before, this is a great campaign. If somebody's been involved in politics all their life like I have, this is really a feast.
Well, it may be a feast and it may be great for Nevada, but a lot of people are worried that within the Democratic Party, I know White House officials are worried that Hillary Clinton is not campaigning as a strong, active campaigner, that her messaging is wrong. She was clobbered in New Hampshire, and those who don't want Bernie Sanders to be the nominee are worried that they don't have a strong front runner.
Well, we have a system that's been set up. It's been in effect for a long time. We have two people in the race right now. I've served with both of them. I'm serving with Bernie right now. They were both they're terrific senators. I think the world of both of them. And the country's better off for having this spirited, debate that's been going on. You know, we've been debating as Democrats on the issues. Isn't that great? We're not attacking each other personally. We don't have this mob fest that they've had in the Republican Party to see who can be the most vile, the most negative. We don't have that.
Well, it is
so
getting a lot nastier, though.
Campaign.
It's getting a lot more personal, especially coming from Bill Clinton. Why do you think that almost 40 senators out of the 46 Democrats have endorsed Hillary Clinton, not their fellow senator?
Well, I know that one that hasn't endorsed anybody, and that's me, because I want to do everything I can to make sure that Nevada is going to be fair. No one can say Reid got involved in this. It's not fair. It's a fair election in Nevada, and it's the same person that set up the caucus system in Iowa. A number of years came back later, set up the same system in Nevada. We know how it works, and I'm going to do everything I can to do all to make sure that it continues being the fair process that I think we have set up right now.
Will you endorse after the caucus?
Well, we're going to take a look and see what happens at the caucus. I think that I don't need to get ahead of myself. I think that we have to make sure that people going into this February 20th date knows that I've tried to do everything I can to make sure the caucuses function well. I've set up over the years a pretty good state party function in Nevada. Some say it's the best in the country. I don't know if that's the case, but it's a good one. And we're going to try to do everything we can to make sure that people feel good about the fairness of this caucus.
What do you think about the issue of socialism? Claire McCaskill famously said that Republicans would have hammer and sickle advertisements against Sanders if he were the nominee of the Democratic Party.
I certainly have no comment on that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We're all looking forward to seeing you in Nevada. Thanks so much.
You bet. Bye-bye.
And coming up next, Donald Trump hits the Bible Belt. Is that a perfect match? The answer's coming up. You're watching Andrea Mitchell Reports only on MSNBC.